But look, you guys wanted to know how I got caught. You wanted to know what happened. You wanted to hear it from me. So here it is. This story actually begins in 2009. I had just gotten out of jail. No probation, no parole for the first time in a long time. I was actually free. And in my mind, I was thinking, all right, this is it. Time to fly straight, get a job, do the right thing, become a productive member of society. And that lasted for about 15 fucking seconds because almost immediately everything got unhinged real fast. But before we get into all that, I do need to pause for a word from our sponsors, Gamers Bread.
To be at the top of your game, you need fuel. Introducing Gamer Bread, the world's first high-performance bread made for gamers. It's got an ambidextrous grip, strengthened fingers, and improved dexterity. And when you're done, fuel up with maximum caloric density for maximum focus. Dual functionality flash cools your rig. Get it now at gamerbreadnow.com.
Gotcha, bitch.
You really thought that I would have a sponsor for this channel? No, absolutely not. Nobody is throwing money at me to tell this story. So no, there is no sponsor. Lo siento. But this story does come with a warning label.
Se lo perdió Rahimi y ahora el contragolpe Donovan, se le va larga Donovan, la quiere por derecha Altidor, al área viene y la cita con el arquero, ¡gol!
Before I tell you what happened, I need to take you on a journey back to younger me. Look at this distinguished gentleman. A true pillar of the community. You look at these pictures and immediately think, now there's a future scholar, a young man destined for an Ivy League education, and a robust 401k. I mean, look at the lip ring. Look at the spiked hair. That haircut practically screams honor roll. And hell, he's into the arts. Look at him with that guitar. Clearly, this is a man with his life completely figured out. What could possibly go wrong? Well, we're about to fucking find out now, aren't we? Like I said, it's 2009. I just got out of jail. No supervision, no probation, no parole, nothing. And that was really weird for me because I had basically been under some kind of supervision since I was a kid. So for the first time, I had this strange thing called freedom. And I did what responsible adults do. I got a job. Score. I ended up working at the Moto Mart in Appleton, right across from the Shanghai Buffet. If you know the area, you know exactly where I'm talking about. And I'm making minimum wage, $6.35 an hour. $6.35, which is basically enough money to buy a sandwich with a healthy garnishment of fucking disappointment and the illusion of financial stability. The owner paid me in cash, which already should have been a sign that this whole thing was going to be a fucking weird ass little circus. But for the first couple weeks, it was fine. I showed up, I worked, I tried to act like I was going straight and narrow, doing that thing, but then I started noticing something. This dude didn't just have me working the register, he had me doing all kinds of random bullshit. Stuff that had nothing to do with my actual job. I'm on the roof, I'm doing maintenance, I'm cleaning this, fixing that, running around like I'm some discount gas station handyman, and I'm thinking, bro, I make $6.35 an hour. Why the fuck am I on the roof doing your job? This wasn't my job anymore. This was him trying to squeeze every damn penny of labor out of me that he possibly could. And I did what I traditionally did back then when I felt disrespected. I started checking out. I got lazy. I started fucking off. I'd be on my phone, I'd text, I'd stop pretending I cared, and I wasn't even sneaky about it. That's the thing. I wasn't hiding. I was just standing there with the attitude of, yeah, I'm on my phone. You want me to be a cashier, a janitor, a roofer, a maintenance guy for minimum wage? Cool, then I'm gonna do whatever I want, and I'm gonna text. Mature? No. Understandable, also probably no, but that's where my head was. And at that point, I didn't know it yet, but this gas station was about to become the first domino that started as a shitty minimum wage job, turned into a money machine. Then drugs, guns, girls, and the SWAT team. Well, the SWAT team came much later, okay? All from one stupid little gas station. And that's the part that still gets me. I wasn't trying to become some criminal mastermind. I didn't walk into a moto mart with a blueprint for crime. I wasn't some low-budget Scarface. I was just pissed off, broke, smart enough to notice the cracks, and what can I say? I'm an opportunist, just waiting for the right opportunity. And it didn't take long for that opportunity to fall right in my lap, because one day, the owner caught me on my phone. And this is where our story takes its first big turn. After a couple weeks, the owner finally catches me on my phone. And I wasn't hiding it, like, at all. I'm just standing there texting like I'm the assistant manager of not giving a fuck. And he walks in, sees it, and immediately starts going off on me. Now, I already feel like this dude is squeezing every penny out of me. He's got me doing random maintenance work, climbing around, fixing shit, doing whatever the fuck he doesn't want to do himself. So when he starts yelling at me about the phone, I'm already annoyed. He says, every time you use your phone, you give me $50. What the fuck? $50? I'm making fucking minimum wage. And this dude wants a phone tax? I look at him and I say exactly what any young, emotionally mature professional would say. Fuck you. Right to his face. No hesitation, no corporate email, no per my last message, just fuck you. And this is where the whole thing gets off the rails because I don't think he understood exactly what I meant. He looks at me and goes, oh, you fucking a me? We going back and see who's a fucking a who? What? And I'm like, hold on, that is not what I meant. That is not what I meant at all. I was insulting you. I was not accepting an appointment, but nobody is laughing because now this is turning into an actual real fight. He's yelling, I'm yelling. Then he grabs my shirt and that was it. Because back then, when somebody put their fucking hands on me, there was no pause button. No, let's talk this through. No conflict resolution pamphlet. He grabs my shirt and winds his fist back. So I grab the chair right next to me. I grabbed it with absolute purpose. I wasn't redecorating the gas station. I was fully prepared to introduce that chair to the side of his motherfucking head because in my mind, if you grab me and wind up like you're about to hit me, I'm not waiting to find out if you're committed. I'm assuming you are. So now I'm standing there with this chair ready to swing and he slowly looks to his right. And that's when he realizes the gas station is full of people, like 15 or 20 customers, dead silent. Nobody's buying shit. Nobody's moving. They're all just standing there like, well, I guess we're watching a felony today. And you could see it hit him like, oh shit, this looks bad. No shit, it looks bad because it did. He's the owner. I'm the employee. He has his hands on me. I have a chair in my hands and there's this whole audience watching this thing go sideways in real time. His whole tone just changes immediately. Now it's all, buddy, no, you go home with pay. And I'm still pissed. I'm still like in fight mode. I'm like, don't fucking buddy me, motherfucker. You just grabbed my shirt. But then the other part of my brain hears, go home with pay? Now hold on. That part does sound pretty fucking reasonable. I'm still mad. Still swearing, still ready to paint this place's fucking walls a whole new shade of red. And then he tries to hug me, which is insane because you don't almost fight somebody, realize there are witnesses, panic, offer them paid time off, and then try to wrap it up with a fucking hug.
I said I am not gay.
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
Yes.
That's not how this works. I lean in and push this Dollar General fucking a poo and yell, don't fucking touch me. And I just left with pay, which should have been the end of it. A normal person probably would have walked away from the job and never looked back, but I wasn't thinking like that. I went home angry. How can I turn this place into a cash machine that pays me? I wanted to rob this motherfucker. I'm going to turn this business into my business. Nobody fucks with me. I came up with a plan. I started bringing my own money to work, a couple $100, and I used that to create my own little economy inside this gas station. His money went one way, and my money went another. Customers didn't know, the register didn't know, and he sure as fuck didn't know. At least, not at first. But the basic idea was simple. I knew the prices, I knew the rhythm of the store, I knew where the cameras were, and I knew exactly what the eyes in the sky saw. It went like this. Every few transactions, I'd make sure that I got paid too. I would make the change out of my own money that I had separated into the cash register. I would give them the change and keep the total sum of the goods that they bought. And let me tell you something. I started making fucking bank. And you know what? It felt really fucking good. It's like the universe finally gave me a metaphorical grenade made of shitty decisions, and I had just pulled the pin. The rush I felt was like mainlining heroin, because every time I got away with it, I felt fucking untouchable. It's like life just handed me the Konami cheat code of fuckery.
What is even the point in that? Ultimate power!
And the fucked up part, I actually started becoming a better employee. I took extra shifts, I showed up more, I paid attention, I learned the flow of the business. From the outside, it probably looked like I was turning my life around. Whoopee. I was motivated as fuck. I watched everything. I watched the customers, I watched the cameras, I watched the owner, and I watched the store, the way it moved. And the more I watched, the more I realized something. This gas station was not just a gas station, it was a doorway. Everybody came through there, regular people, drunks, dealers, users, gang members, people looking for trouble. But this became too easy, and I started to feel like it was a bit mundane. I needed to spice things up a little, if you know what I mean, because money just wasn't enough. That's the part people need to understand. It never stays enough. You think, if I just had more money, I'd be good.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Then you get more money, and your brain goes, cool, what else? Well, some drugs could elevate the mood a bit.
Drugs, you gotta have drugs.
So I started doing favors, hooking people up. You give a little, you get a little. I wasn't just selling gas station bullshit anymore. I was building connections. And eventually those connections started turning into drugs. Like that song from Guns N' Roses, I used to do a little, but the little wouldn't do it. So the little got more and more. So I just keep trying to get a little better. Said a little better than before. First a little, then a lot. Now I'm making money and I'm getting fucked up doing it and making connections that all serve my needs and purpose. Because in all honesty, I was a selfish, crafty little bastard. I wanted connections, I wanted drugs, I wanted to party. Then this younger Asian kid starts coming in. He's nervous, not 21, trying to buy booze. Instead of, shutting him down, I make it easy. Then I make it easier. I start hooking him up. And eventually I ask him, hey, can you find me some bowls? Oh my God, he could. Lucky me. Right there on him. I gave him what he wanted. He gave me what I wanted.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
Then I took them at work.
Fuck one of them.
Because apparently I looked at every bad decision available and said, yeah, let's bundle those. They were real. Very fucking real.
Oh, mate, I'm busting off my fucking nut here. I've got to go and dance.
So now I'm making money, getting fucked up, and having a great time doing it. Very quickly, I had scheduled gas and goes. I had security that I paid to make sure that nobody stole unless it was on the clock, because you're not going to steal a damn thing without setting it up with me. You fucking got it? I had my own employees watching the inside and outside of this place. I was getting paid and they were getting paid. And we were all getting paid very well. Who would have thought? I had this entrepreneurial mindset. It was just waiting to be unlocked. Everything starts moving faster. Then I get invited to a party. Somebody asked me, can you find some pills? And I say, how many? They say, about 20, 30. I make the call, ring, ring. I meet that Asian kid at the park, pay for them, then took them back to the party, and I sell all of them in less than 30 minutes. They're gone. Poof, gone. That fast. But I needed more. So I call him back. Mind you, this is less than an hour later. And I say, I need more. He's confused. What do you mean you need more? I just gave you some. Yeah, they're gone. And he's just shocked. He's just stumbling for the right words. Well, we don't really move like that. Like, cool, dude, I hear you, but I need more. Like now, pretty fucking pleased with the cherry on top. And I don't care about this motherfucker. I wasn't just going to stop asking until mommy and daddy got me all the things I wanted for fucking Christmas. You kidding me? So, he got me more, and I sold those too. Damn, I'm good at this. I could read people. I knew how to manipulate situations. I could metaphorically stack the deck in my favor 100% of the time. I could talk, move through a room. I could make people feel like I was the guy they needed to know. That's how stupid I was. I thought I found my thing, and it scaled fast. A few pills turned into more, then way fucking more. Then one day, he shows up with an Xbox, still in the box. Looks normal, like somebody just bought it from Walmart. But inside the actual Xbox are bags, 10 in total, with 100 per bag. Different colors, different stamps, 1,000 of them. Younger me thought that was the coolest shit I had ever seen. Those crafty little bastards. And from there, the gas station became useless. I didn't need it anymore. The place that started as a shitty job became a doorway. And once I walked through it, I stopped caring completely. I'd show up high, I'd close early, I'd leave shit unfinished, I'd eat whatever I wanted, I'd erase the tapes, I'd treat the place like it had already belonged to the dumpster. Because in my head, I had graduated, minimum wage was over. The gas station was over. I wasn't working there anymore. I may or may not have peed in the freezer on my last day. It's a bit fuzzy though.
Do you think I've got superpowers?
No, you've pissed in the fridge again!
Well, you know what they say, shit happens when you party naked, and well, it was time to party. After the gas station, I started selling drugs full time, and somewhere in that mess, I picked up nicknames. E-Man, Party Ghost. You get a fucking D- for creativity. I didn't pick the names, I just wore them, and at this time, I liked it. People knew me, but they didn't know me. I had drugs, money, a few girlfriends, I think. I'd show up to a party and the whole room would shift. People knew why I was there. They knew what I had. They knew boring was about to turn into, oh shit, we're fucking doing this now. It's about to get weird. And I ate that up. I loved it. Money in my pocket, girls around me, phones blowing up, hotel rooms, house parties, nice cars. You know what they say, the world is your oyster, so fuck it. It felt like freedom, power, chaos, and I loved it. At least I thought I did. Because when you're moving that fast, you don't have to sit with yourself. That's the whole trick. Keep the night going, the music loud. Some hottie is always next to you, and thine pockets overfloweth with banknotes. But after a while, my thoughts and feelings shifted. I felt empty. At first, it was easy to ignore. Drink more, take more, sell more, go somewhere else, find somebody else, make another story out of another bad idea. But that feeling kept coming back. Each time a little worse. Just this dead, hollow feeling sitting in my chest that made no sense because I was getting everything I thought I wanted. Money, attention, women, drugs, no rules, no one telling me what to do. And still, I felt empty. Nothing actually made me happy. That's a scary thing to realize because if the stuff you worship doesn't fix you, then what the fuck are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to chase next? I didn't know. I didn't have a fucking plan. Eventually, it got so bad. I remember driving down 41 South on my way to Chicago. I was completely empty, a desolate, hollow husk of a human being, and I was just fucking sick of it all. The more I got what I wanted, the emptier I felt. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why does nothing satisfy me anymore? What in the fuck is wrong with me? I had a heart-to-heart with God on this stretch of highway, and it was probably the most honest I had been in my entire life. I said something like this: God, I don't fucking get it. I'm getting everything I thought I wanted, and I feel nothing. The more I get, the less I feel. So I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care. Just pick one. Jail, hospital, death. It doesn't fucking matter. All right. I just don't care anymore. And I meant it. I just didn't know that this prayer, this honest moment that I had with God, it was about to get answered pretty fucking quick. There were moments that were actually a lot of fun and that I can't believe actually happened in real life. This is one of them. So I had started dealing with this crew, gang members. I won't say which one they were, all right? If you have an imagination, you're probably correct. And one day I ended up at their clubhouse. And when I say clubhouse, don't picture some nice organized little headquarters, no. Picture a house that looked like it had lost a fight with poverty, rage, and a giant pit bull. This place was trashed, stuff broken, chew marks everywhere. And they had this massive white pit bull, biggest pit bull I had ever seen to this day. This dog looked like it ate other dogs for cardio, but somehow this giant animal was terrified of their leader, which tells you everything you need to know about the energy in that house. That dog would shit everywhere, chew everything up, run around like pure anxiety with paws. When the leader came home, that dog knew. You could feel the whole room change, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm cool with whatever they got going on, because sometimes survival is knowing when to shut your mouth and let the pit bull household manage its own internal affairs. We go upstairs and there's a table. On the table, cocaine, guns, ammunition, just laid out. And younger me is looking at this like, wow, this is actually kind of cool, because apparently I had the survival instincts of a moth near a bug zapper. At some point, I give them some pills to try, ecstasy of course, and here's the funny part. They didn't know shit about it. Nothing. These dudes knew weed, beer, cocaine, guns. That's it. And breaking stuff. That was all what was on the menu. It was like going to In-N-Out Burger. They only got 6 things, but they do those 6 things really well. But ecstasy, completely new territory. So I give them a couple and tell them, hey, try these, let me know what you think, and I leave. Later that night, I was with some other girl at her house, and Joker calls me, and he's like, yo, E-Man, you gotta get your ass over here. I'm like, why? He goes, dude, he's fucking freaking the fuck out. I could hear screaming in the background, and I already know what happened. Somebody took the pills and didn't know what to expect, and now the whole house thinks I poisoned their leader because he was the one who took it. We are off to a great start now, aren't we? I go over there, Joker meets me at the door, and he's already laughing, which tells me 2 things. 1, nobody is dead, and 2, this is about to be fucking hilarious. We go upstairs and I can hear this dude yelling before I even get into the room. The rest of the crew is standing there nervous as hell, backs against the wall. Nobody knows what to do. They are looking at me like I'm the pharmacist of shitty ideas, and to be honest, I kind of was. And now I'm supposed to explain why their leader is suddenly acting like his brain has a software update and it's stuck at fucking 4%. Then I hear what he's yelling about. He's on the phone with his girlfriend, trying desperately to convince her to come over so they can do activities. And I'm keeping it clean enough so YouTube doesn't send me directly into the shadow realm. Let's say he was aggressively requesting backdoor access. All I can say is, she was not interested in backdoor access, and she hung up on him, and without missing a fucking beat, this dude takes his phone and smashes it against the wall. Everybody jumps, the crew is panicking, Joker and I are trying not to die from laughter, and now they're all looking at me like, what the fuck did you do? What did you give him? I'm trying to explain, he's fine, he's just high, way too high, but fine. They do not find this comforting. Oh, fuck me, because their leader is still pacing around like a horny Tasmanian devil, and with poor emotional regulation. Then the dog comes upstairs, the giant white pit bull. And the second he sees the dog, dude changes targets. He starts calling the dog over, and everybody in the room instantly realizes, oh no. He was saying, come here, Poochie, give me your culo. Poochie wasn't having none of it, and he got the fuck out of there. Now, everybody is grabbing him, holding him back, trying to calm him down, like, what the fuck did I just waltz into? This is pure comedic gold. Oh my God. And before anybody starts typing angry comments, no, nothing happened to the dog. All right, Poochie is fucking fine. Settle down, you keyboard warriors. Shh, it's okay. Fernando will take care of you, my little pet. After a lot of convincing and babysitting this motherfucker, eventually he calms down, the crew calms down, nobody dies, no dogs were violated, the phone is absolutely fucking done for, but honestly, that phone was probably better off. And now I'm standing there thinking, well, that could have gone better. Because my whole plan was to get them interested in buying more. That was the business angle. Let them try it. They like it. They buy it. Simple. Except instead their first experience involved whatever the fuck I just walked into. So their skepticism was unfortunately at an all-time high. If your first experience with a product ends with your leader trying to negotiate date night with a dog and losing, you're probably not rushing to put in a bulk order. But eventually, after enough talking and reassurance, and everyone pretending that that night wasn't as insane as it was, they bought a little. Not a lot, just enough to keep the door open. And that's one thing about that world. Every door opened to another room you probably shouldn't walk into. And this next room, that one smelled like beer, burnt carpet, and a cleaning lady who deserved hazard pay. So after the pit bull incident, you would think that everybody involved might take a moment and self-reflect about their choices that we're making in life. No. Not even close. I just got done reading The Heroin Diaries by Nikki Sixx, and that shit sounded fucking lit to me. Some people want a house, some people want a career. I wanted to destroy a rented hotel room and pretend I was in Motley Crue. And right away, this place turns into a fucking disaster. Girls, drugs, guns, spray paint. Yes, spray paint, because why not? Let's elevate the aesthetics of the room with a little bit of original artwork. My Hispanic buddies started tagging the walls. We're having a good time. We're doing drugs. We're getting fucked up. They're taking those pills of ecstasy. This is it. This is the dream for me, which tells you exactly how broken my dream was at that point. I noticed I have a straight shot from one side of the room into the bathroom sink. And because I was highly focused, I was goal-orientated young man with absolutely nothing useful to contribute to society, I set a mission in motion. I wanted to throw a glass beer bottle across the room and land it into the sink without breaking it. That was the goal. That was the Olympic event for the evening. Beer bottle sink toss. So I start chugging beers and launching bottles. Now, did most of them shatter? Yes, absolutely. All right, this is my first time. Quit fucking judging me. Did that stop me though? Of course not. So I'm chugging beer, and finally it happened. One bottle flies across the room and goes into the bathroom and lands perfectly in the sink. Boom! No break, no bounce, just buttery smooth. Now I hear you judging me, like, how many did you drink before that? You know what? Maybe like 19. Okay, but to sink the 20th one, all right, you try and do it, okay, big shot, but I'm gonna take my big W. That 20th one was a total W, and I'm gonna wear it. Then somewhere in the middle of all of that, a small section of carpet catches on fire, and I remember thinking, oh shit, no, I don't want the fire department here, not because fire is bad, not because it could hurt people. My main concern was they're gonna ruin the fucking party. I put it out with beer. Obviously, because I'm not going to pour water on a floor like that. I'm not some kind of animal, okay? The carpet is burned, the walls are tagged, and the room smells like smoke, beer, future regret. And now those pills start doing their thing. This time, some of the other guys had taken the ecstasy, and one of them was not handling it particularly well. He found a lamp and basically fell in love with it. He's huddled next to this thing like it's the only safe place on earth. That warm little hotel lamp was his emotional support lighthouse, and Joker notices it. Then I notice it. And that's bad, because the second two assholes notice the same vulnerable person, it stops being a situation and becomes a project. So I sneak over quietly, careful, like a ninja with brain damage. He has no idea I'm behind him. I reach down, I click the lamp off, click, and I go, boo! This dude nearly leaves his body. He's yelling at me. He's like, why the fuck do you do that, man? Why the fuck do you guys keep fucking with me? Because, well, we've legitimately been fucking with him ever since we've seen the opportunity to. His fear made it pretty fucking funny. Then there was another guy who wasn't feeling good, and instead of reassuring him like a normal human being would, we gave him the worst comfort possible. He's like, I don't feel right. And we're all calm, buddy, you know, arm around him like, yeah, man. That's normal. That's just the process of dying, bro. Just like that. Just when you see the light, just go towards it, man. And this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I know. I'm not defending it. I'm just telling you what happened. He starts panicking more, and we keep going way longer than we should have. He's looking at us like, why would you tell me that? And we're acting like, you know, his spiritual hospice workers from hell. Shh, it's okay, bro. We all gotta go sometime. What a piece of shit I was, truly. Everything was a joke. Even someone else's panic, especially someone else's panic. Somehow we got away with the entire thing. The room was destroyed, the carpet was burned, glass was everywhere, the walls were tagged up, people were emotionally damaged, for sure, and it's my fault. I'm certain the next morning, the poor cleaning lady opened up the door, looked inside, immediately reconsidered every decision that led her to this job. I feel bad about that now. I do. That was the point. I wanted to trash a hotel room. I wanted to have the rock star story. I wanted the chaos, and I got it. But the thing about chaos is eventually it stops being funny. At first it's beer bottles, bad trips, then it's guns. I just kept going. Same bullshit, same parties, same feelings, now with a little extra fuck it sprinkled on top. And then one night, I go to this party. Nothing special at first, just another house filled with tainted youths of the future. At this point in time, I had become a full-blown drug addict.
Yep. On a daily basis, I consume enough drugs to sedate Manhattan, Long Island, and Queens for a month.
I would start my morning with 10 pills of ecstasy, and within the hour, I would get headaches. And then to fix myself, it'd be a shot of heroin, maybe some pills. Then once the heroin would hit, I would have to snort a fat line of cocaine in order to bring myself back up. A little bit of weed to calm me down and to stop the shakes. I was taking everything I could get my hands on to just numb the emptiness I was feeling on the inside, and I was evening myself out. If I was a little too down, I'd have to be up. If I was a little too up, I'd have to be down. And who wants to feel that shit anyways? Am I wrong? Who wants to feel feelings? At some point, I end up sleeping with this girl who owns this house. She had this southern accent, which kind of lured me in. After that one and done interaction, which they all were, I went right back to doing what I did best, selling drugs. I get called into a side room, and I don't think anything of it, because by then, people pulling me aside was normal. Nothing at all about this was unusual, so I walk in, door closes behind me, and this kid pulls a fucking gun out on me, pointed right at my fucking face, and he says, give me all your pills. You can keep your money, but give me all your fucking pills. And right there, alarm bells start going off. My thoughts are rushing. What would I do if I was robbing someone? In 1 millisecond, I had the answer. I would leave that motherfucker right out there on the side of the road and in their fucking underwear if they were lucky. I would take their shoes, shirt, everything. Then I look them right in the face and I say, go fuck yourself. This other guy jumps up from the floor. Turns out it's his older brother. He starts screaming, don't you fucking talk to my little brother like that. I'm screaming back at the both of them. The kid has a gun still pointed right at my face. His brother is ready to fight. I'm telling them to fucking do it. Shoot me. You'd be doing everybody a fucking favor, including me. And I meant it. I was just so fucked up inside. That threat didn't even hit the way it should have. I'm arguing with two people while one of them has a loaded fucking gun pointed at me. Somehow, after many hours, this starts calming down. The yelling drops. The pressure changes. Now we're talking. We're going to be best buds. We're going to be amigos. We're going to get drinks and we're going to have a good time. On the outside, I'm playing along. Yeah, we're good. On the inside, I'm already thinking, if I ever see these motherfuckers again, I'm going to wipe away that shit stain off the diaper of fucking life. That night had changed something. Up until then, I moved around free, feeling untouchable. That room reminded me real quick, oh no, stupid. People can get to you, rob you, so what did I do with that lesson? I decided I needed to get a gun. I call Joker. I say, hey, do you guys have some heaters? And he says, yeah, man, come over. I got something real special for you, E-man. I dropped what I was doing and drove right there. I showed up and they bring out this rifle, a military-styled crate, and it looked mean as fuck. And from what I could tell, it was military issued. It came with 500 rounds of ammo. Yeah, I'll take it. And I'll get that 9mm that's right there, right next to it. Now, put this into perspective. What I just did was really fucking illegal because I was already a felon. Me possessing this was way not cool. A felon in possession of a firearm had serious consequences attached to them. Younger me felt secure. That's how delusional I was. I started bringing my 2 new buddies with me wherever I went. At that time, I also had something close to a girlfriend. She was a beautiful girl, rich family. Her parents bought her a brand new Mercedes. And for some reason, she liked sitting in the passenger seat while I drove around going from place to place. She liked me because of the danger aspect of it all. So one night, I drop her off at her parents in Kaukauna and start heading back towards 41 South. And I hit up this dino stop because I needed something. I was super hungry at this time. The clerk is about to throw away all these donuts and I'm like, yo, can I get those donuts? And much to my surprise, he said yes. Fucking score, right? So now I've got a bag of free donuts and I'm driving, eating, texting, talking on the phone, flying down the highway over 100 miles an hour, completely oblivious to the world around me. Then I see blue and red lights. Fuck, I'm getting pulled over and I'm riding dirty as hell. Not a little dirty, I mean a felony buffet dirty. I've got heroin, 300 plus pills, uppers, downers, and all arounders. So I do the only thing I could think of. The pills and the rest of the drugs go into the donut bag under the donuts. I was trying to make it look like I wasn't moving at all while I did this very illegal act. The officer walks up, I roll the window down. He asks if I know why he pulled me over, and I know exactly why, because I was driving like a fucking idiot. So I apologize and I tell him I got a call from my dad and I stepped on the gas a bit hard, but I keep it cool. I have to say, it's rather easy for me to keep my cool in these situations. I don't know why, but it is what it is. He shines the flashlight around and it lands on the donut bag. What's in there? Keep it cool. Keep it cool, nothing to worry about, just keep it cool. I open up the bag and by some miracle, all he sees are donuts. And when I'm nervous, I can really lay down the humor. So I offer him one with a big smile on my face. At this point, I'm either going to prison for a very long time or I'm about to become the friendliest donut dealer in Wisconsin. I can see him laughing at this whole interaction. He says he's trying to watch his weight and holy fuck, he's falling for it. Oh my fucking God. No fucking way. This is working out for me. We both joke around for a bit and my anxiety is starting to leave until the flashlight moves to the floor behind me and he sees something. One of the stocks to the gun. Shit. I completely forgot about that. And it's right there behind my seat. He asks, what's that for? My brain is in fucking overdrive. And I come up with this Scooby-Doo ass story about my dad restoring things. He's disabled and these things keep him busy, blah, 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 giving him something to do. And would you fucking guess what? We have something else in common. Oh my God. Somehow this motherfucker relates it to his dad. He also has a father that loves to do little projects and it low-key annoys him. We're both just sitting there joking and laughing, and I'm laughing so hard on the inside because I'm getting away with this fucking shit. All he would have to do is look in the trunk and realize there is a much bigger problem because that's where the rest of the guns were, the ammunition, the crate, all of it. But it never happens. Holy fuck. I am getting away with this. And he lets me go with a warning. A fucking warning. I drive away doing the speed limit with both hands on the wheel. I don't even fully process it until I pull into a Walmart parking lot. then it hits me. If he had searched that car, I was done. Done. What do I do with this realization? I start uncontrollably laughing because I got away with it. To all of you watching and listening, that should have been the moment I realized maybe I should just walk away. This would have been a golden opportunity to turn my life around, go in the opposite direction. I could have stopped right there. But just as I've done before in the past, even though I saw all the red flags and tape, I continued to step right over all of it. Fucking surprising, right? I took that warning, wiped my ass with it, and went right back to doing dumb shit. I keep moving. Then one night, I'm at this house party, middle of winter, cold as fuck outside. Not some huge party either. Honestly, it was kind of dead. I had pills on me, money, other stuff, but this time around, I left the guns in a storage unit that I rented. I know I'm thinking so much smarter and clearer these days, but the party wasn't moving like I wanted. I decided to put the drugs in the lockbox inside my car, and I locked the car. We're just hanging out for a bit. One group of people left, but we hung out for like another 20 minutes. Then it was time to leave. When we finally go outside, I see my car door wide open. I run over, look inside, and it's gone. My money, drugs, all of it, gone. All I felt at this moment was pure rage. I wanted blood. I'm screaming. I'm punching the car. I'm losing my fucking mind. Who the fuck took my shit? Where the fuck did they go? The funny thing about this was that only one group of people left, and it was too cold for people to be randomly stealing shit out of cars. So I knew exactly who took it. It was the first group of people that left. So I started calling one person after another to see if they would show up or not. I'm gonna fucking kill these motherfuckers. And the girl that I was with was feeding into it. Yeah, you should kill them. You should kill those motherfuckers. We start figuring out where they went, and it didn't take long. I had a lot of connections with people who wanted me around. I call up my buddy Joey in Menasha, and I start asking him if they showed up, and you know what he says? He says, yes, they showed up. I tell him, don't say a fucking thing. Keep them there. They just robbed me, and I'm on my way right the fuck now. I'm driving fast as fuck, fueled by pure rage. And this whole time, my girl was telling me to go to my storage unit and I should shoot those motherfuckers. Oh, what a great idea. Fuck yeah. I had 4 little Indians I wanted to wipe off the face of the earth. I stop at my storage unit, get the gun, load it. Now, I'm driving really fast. I roll in hot. One of these guys were outside. I nearly hit him with the car. I jump out, pull the gun out, and point it at him. And I say, give me my fucking money or I'm going to shoot you right in the fucking face right now. I can see that he's scared. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. But then something happens. And this is the part I still don't fully understand. I wanted to hurt him. And then out of nowhere, something inside me starts screaming, don't do it. Clear as fuck. Don't pull that trigger. Whatever you do, don't pull that trigger. And now I'm standing there furious, armed, ready to cross a line that I could never uncross. And I can't do it. I try to save face, still yelling, still acting dangerous, still trying to look like I'm fully in control, even though something inside me just slammed the fucking brakes. I put the gun away, but the night isn't over, not even close. Now I'm shaking him down. I want my shit back. I want his shit too. So we go upstairs and there's a party going on. Lots of people. And the second the other guys see me walk in with him, their faces change completely. Like, oh fuck. Everybody starts piecing it together. Where did they stash my shit? Who has what? We're figuring it out right now. The amount of tension in the room is palpable. There are 3 more people who were in on it. The room shifts against them in an instant. And this is where this fat fuck that was with them grabbed a kitchen knife and he huddled himself against one of the walls. And my buddy Joey comes out of the bathroom with a big stack of money and he says, here's the rest of your money, E-Man. And this little motherfucker is the one that put it in there. And then the whole room explodes in a fury of anger. Not metaphorically, people start beating the fucking shit out of them. It turns into a swarm. It gets ugly fast. One guy got the brunt of it and he was bleeding badly, but all of them were collectively bleeding all over the fucking place. And I'm still mad, but this situation is changing because rage is one thing. A bleeding guy who clearly needs a hospital is another. And that's when panic starts creeping in because now we've got a problem. A real problem, and nobody wants him going to the hospital with the story. Now, the young man who is bleeding everywhere was frantically looking out the window, and he was looking for a way out. No shit. And then all of a sudden, he sees a police officer and books it. He takes off down the stairs. I chase after him. I go to grab him, and somehow I end up with his sweatshirt in my hands while he just keeps running. Then a flashlight hits me, and I hear my name. It's a cop I knew from school. He sees me, and he says, "Eros, stop!" And I do exactly what any innocent man would do, is I ran right the fuck back upstairs, and I slammed the door right behind me, because what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm inside trying to unfuck this situation in my head, and I'm trying to convince myself this can blow over. Because usually if the cops showed up to some party, they'd hang out, get annoyed, and eventually leave. That's what I thought would happen. Boy, was I fucking wrong. An ambulance came, and more police showed up. A lot more. They smash out my car windows and pull out the gun that was wrapped in the blanket in the back. Fuck, what do I do? What the fuck do I do? Then departments from everywhere start showing up. Appleton, Menasha, Nina, Grand Chute, Oshkosh. We're looking out the window, and the street is lighting up. Red and blue squad cars everywhere. People inside are scared now, and SWAT shows up. The SWAT was not there to hear both sides of the fucking story. Now, this whole situation is a different animal. Barricades go up, streets get blocked, neighbors are being told to leave their houses, and for the first time that night, that rage starts dying. Fuck, what am I going to do? There is no fucking way out of this situation. I'm fucked. I am super fucked. That's it. You're just trapped. And that prayer comes back into my head. Jail, hospital, death. Pick one. I took a dangerous amount of pills, 25 plus, whatever drugs I had left, heroin, coke, everything. And to make sure I wasn't coming back, I slammed a bottle of JD. Dying sounded so much better than this shit. Fuck me. And the most fucked up part, it barely touched me. That's how bad my habit was. All that shit should have folded me in half, and instead, it just took the edge off? What the fuck? Are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me? Then somehow the situation gets even more fucked, because SWAT gets somebody on the phone to negotiate. And of all the people in that house, they get the worst possible person. This dude had two settings, unconscious and yelling for no fucking reason. So naturally, he picks option 2. He's screaming at the SWAT, arguing, escalating the whole fucking thing. And I'm sitting there laughing, thinking like, fuck, we're gonna die together. This is it. My girl keeps trying to tell me it's going to be okay. Which part? Because we seem to be royally fucked at both ends, sweetie. We're so far from okay right now. Nothing is okay about this situation, and there is no way out. None. After hours of that back and forth, I couldn't take it anymore. I finally hit the point where I was done. I was done running from it. So I said, fuck it. I told them I was going downstairs to get arrested. I'd admit to whatever I had done and what was mine. I didn't want everybody else eating the whole plate because I was the dumb motherfucker who cooked it. So I walked down. I was taken down to the pavement and cuffed, and just like that, Party Ghost was gone. Poof. All that fake untouchable bullshit disappeared the second my face was on the ground. My hands were behind my back. All of this was over. I was done. Dying would have been so much better than this shit right now. They booked me into Menasha PD. Everybody else was brought there too. And that part actually hit me because I knew I did this. I caused it. So I started talking. I admitted to the guns. I admitted to what was mine. I wasn't trying to dump that on anybody else. I had been a scumbag, but I wasn't going to sit there and let somebody else take the fall for my bullshit. Then this cop I knew from school comes in acting like Mr. Tough Guy. Are you fucking kidding me? At this point, I didn't care if I lived or died. You're not going to scare somebody who already tried to check out of the fucking situation a few hours earlier. So I metaphorically punched low. Very low. I brought up some old childhood memory that I knew would hit him right where it hurt. Ooh, and it did. Hey, you remember in the 5th grade when the baseball team lost and you were kicking and screaming on the ground like a little fucking bitch? And I just laughed at him. His face turned bright red and he walked out. The other officers in the building heard it and joined in laughing behind the glass. Oh yeah, good times. For one tiny second, I got that little feeling again, that stupid little hit of, gotcha. Even in handcuffs, I still had the desire to win. That's how sick my mindset was. Couldn't save my life, couldn't save my future. Couldn't stop myself from detonating everything around me, but I could still find a way to be an asshole in an interview room. Congratulations, Dipshitsville found its leader. Eventually, the jokes ran out. And people left one by one. Everybody else started disappearing from the story. Good. None of them deserved to be there with me. I was the one that fucked everything up. Then I was the only one left. They finally shackled me, cuffing my hands, then my feet, connecting them both to one another. It was time for me to go to jail. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go to jail. When I got to the jail, there was a row of lawyers ready to represent me, giving me their cards one after another. Are you fucking serious? These wheelchair chasing, conniving fucks. Is this really how it works? You do something extra stupid and these people are throwing themselves at your feet. Please, sir, please, let me represent you, please. Now, when you do something fucking stupid like I just did, you don't get to sit in general population. No, you get to sit in segregation because what I did was violent. I was dangerous. And yes, I definitely was. There is no denying it. So, for all of you that are saying, no, I'm not, yes, I clearly am dangerous. Very dangerous at that time. Of course, I sat for a 23-1 for over 120 days. That's 23 hours in with 1 hour out in the day room. Then back to my cell. No more phone calls, no more parties, no more friends, just myself and my thoughts. That's it. Everything I had, it was just gone. All of it was just gone. And you know what? I deserved it. I feel like we know each other so much better than before. Thank you for coming with me on this journey through my life. There's so much more I wish I could tell, and I will if you ask. You have my word. I will not hold anything back from here on out. You guys deserve the truth. So, did you think it would be nearly that fucking crazy? Come on, let's be honest now. It got out of hand. It got out of hand.